a rivalry that exists between these two teams. I don't like that team.
16 off, 4th and 1. They fumble the snap. It is Bears football. Snap. Caleb. Touchdown Bears! It's over at Soldier Field.
The only option we had was go win the effing game.
Caleb with a throw down left sideline. Touchdown. Bears now have a 4-point lead.
The season on the line. Looking around, still looking. He throws left side of the end zone.
Game is over. Game is over.
So much emotion. Last season, the Bears captured their first NFC North title since 2018. However, both DraftKings Sportsbook and ESPN Analytics have the Lions as the favorite to win the division, followed by the Packers. Bears tight end Colston Loveland was on the latest Bussin' with the Boys podcast and had an interesting comparison for the Packers-Bears rivalry. Take a listen.
As far as like in the building, what are you doing to beat Ohio State every day? That was where it was in Michigan. Every TV, everything. That's how it is. And at the Bears, everyone's only talking about the Packers. Owners hate it. Like, it's just you can't go a day without talking about them, talk about beating them, talk about the bad things. So it's very comparable there.
Now, the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry is filled with emotion and hatred. And Adam, I know you're a Michigan man. So do you agree with Loveland that this rivalry is similar?
I don't get too worked up about that. Listen, if he feels that, then that's the way he currently feels. The Bears and Packers is about as storied a rivalry as there is in the NFL. Michigan-Ohio State is about as storied a rivalry as there is at the college level. So I guess there could be some comparison, but there's something collegiate about a rivalry. I don't know. That feels bigger to me than two cities that are grown up going at it right now. I think the Bears hate the Packers hate the Bears, but there's something about Michigan-Ohio State to me that trumps all.
Yeah,
That's
don't compare anything to Michigan-Ohio State, okay? That's like a different level of hatred. Now, J-Mac, who do you think?
We can't compare Rutgers and Toledo if Rutgers would have beat up on Hawks.
Now, that only lands with you, I think, unfortunately.
I'm sorry. I was seeing if anyone else can relate. I guess it's just me. You're right.
I think like a great equalizer in all of sports is just hating your rival no matter what, right? Whether it's college or NFL. But back to the NFL. Who has the best chance outside of the Lions to win the NFC North?
I'm looking at the Bears, and I know this year the schedule is going to be a lot tougher. They're not going to be the Hunters. They're going to be hunted from every other football team. But I think Caleb Williams still has a huge leap to make in year 2 under Ben Johnson in this offense. In year 1, he went from 68 sacks to 24. And that's just simply understanding what the offense is trying to accomplish every single play. What's the why behind it? And in year 2, you get a chance to master the offense. Now you understand the language. You're not in there trying to learn every new term that Ben Johnson is putting in. So I think for Caleb Williams now, under this offense, there's a whole nother step with Colston Loveland, with Luther Burden, with all of these guys to be able to say, hey, the Bears are a team where they won the division last year, and they damn well could repeat this year as well.
I'm with you on that, J-Mac. I think the defense is going to be improved this year. I love Dylan Thieneman, the addition of him in the back end. I think Austin Booker takes a big step this year and really becomes a threat off the end. He had a great down the stretch run last year on that defense. But to your point, we're here for the offense. That's what you want when you have Ben Johnson. The offensive line looked much better last year. And you could almost see Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson when they started to click kind of midpoint last season. And even from a Caleb Williams perspective, you could see him get more comfortable with the balance of going off script and staying within structure. Love what you said about Luther Burden III, because I think he is going to be the breakout wide receiver of the 2026 NFL season. When you watch him last year, and he really wasn't like a true point of the offense until midway point to later, but this is on 60 targets. He had 47 receptions. He almost led the team even in a minimal amount of offensive targets and snaps. And again, not coming on until late in the season. He does it in yards after catch. He does it in contested catches. He runs great routes. He does it intermediate. He's down the field. I think he's going to turn into a true number one. And this offense is going to take even another big leap, to your point, in year 2 with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams.
Bears fans love to hear that. Now, Adam, the Bears and Packers' first matchup is Week 5, which is right around the time that we could see Micah Parsons make his return. What's the latest on his recovery?
He'll have a chance, Molly, to come back at that point in time of the season. But make no mistake about it. He's going to miss time to open the season, still recovering from that torn ACL that he suffered in mid-December against the Denver Broncos, going down on that particular play. He's been open about the fact that he's not going to be ready to start the season. The team has been ready about the fact that he's not going to be ready to start the season. You talk about that game against the Chicago Bears. There's also a game right in that time frame where the Packers are scheduled to play the Dallas Cowboys. And something tells me it'll be very important for Micah Parsons to be back for that game against the Dallas Cowboys. But the most important thing is that he's healthy as possible for the second half of the season. I think that's the one thing that we know that Green Bay now is counting on for the upcoming season.
That's right. Adam, you touched upon this, but Parsons has publicly said that he wants to make sure he's fully healthy, doesn't want to rush back. He has kind of a long-term goal in mind, and that's a deep playoff push with his team. Now, elsewhere in the NFC North and new on NFL Live.
Yeah, I think it made us really hungry. It really did. And even though we had a winning record and we were 9-8, it wasn't good enough. We came in fourth place in our division, and it's really, we came up short in a lot of ways. And finding a way to win our division first, again, get back on top of our division. We had won it 2 years prior, and finding a way to win that division and then see what happens when you get into the playoffs. But yeah, we're hungry, man. We really are, and certainly excited to get after it.
Lions fans love to see that hunger. J-Mac, what are your thoughts on what Jared Goff said?
The Lions are too good of a team to say that they're going to continue to be down and miss the playoffs. You look at what Jared Goff has surrounding him. Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best running backs in the NFL, who now doesn't have a running mate. So expect him to get the ball a lot more. And then Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, they are a lot of fun to watch. And I'm just happy I'm sitting next to you and I don't have to go out there and try to stop that offense with Jared Goff constructing it. So I like to sit here.
Yeah, offense loaded with weapons. Excited to see what happens in Detroit this